Holy cannoli, there's some doozies today. Hey everybody, I'm Beebs Kelley. Welcome back. I'm so happy to see you. How you doing? YouTube informed me that like 60% of you guys are not subscribed. Hurtful. You do you, babe. But I believe that if you subscribed, we would both be happy about it. Just saying. Can you believe it's June? It's sunscreen season. My pores are not happy about it, but the vitamin D is probably doing me some good. Somehow, I have found some of Meghan Markle's worst outfits, like the worst. Some of these I hadn't even seen until recently. But honestly, we're not just here to talk about this woman's poor fashion sense. There's a lot we can learn from other people's mistakes, including hers. Also, just don't take it too seriously, okay? Sometimes people get mad at me for featuring Meghan Markle in videos. You know, I cannot help the choices she makes. We enjoy these videos. So, this is our safe space, so please don't get mad and please don't take it too seriously. Before we dive into today's video, here is her style profile one more time. Proportionally, she's got a short torso. Her widest point is her shoulders and she's got that boxy frame. Okay, so before we dive into this first outfit, let's just address the elephant in the room. This giant zit. Thank you, sunscreen. So, you guys are gonna love this outfit. I swear, you're gonna love it so much. It's got everything all at once. What was that show or that movie, Everything Everywhere All at Once? That's what this outfit is. This is what it is. We've got buttons, a belt that's huge and floppy, a crossbody bag, lots of bracelets and jewelry, a blazer just over the shoulders, not on, and strappy shoes, and stripes. So much happening, and an awkward slit. Could you put anything else on this dress to make it any worse? I think this is the pinnacle. This is it. It's like the confetti puke of an outfit here. You know how when you let your kids decorate a cake by themselves and they put every single sprinkle they can possibly find and 50 colors of icing on it and 20 million candles? That's what this reminds me of. These types of outfits that are not edited in any way, shape, or form and just have way too much happening all at once. It's not magpie because it doesn't have a vibe. It's just chaos in neutral tones. A belt should never be flapping around like that. Just get a little fabric tape and stick it to the waistline so that it doesn't hang around all weird. Any of these things on their own would not have been so bad. Even on her, this dress could have worked if it weren't so much other stuff on top of it. Because the dress itself, I actually kind of like for a casual situation, like a vacation. This dress would be super cute. But all of this all at once and all the extra stuff she added is too much, far too much. The bag is so awkward. Why did she do that? Why? This makes me understand exactly why the queen did not like crossbody bags. I never used to understand that. I used to be like, well, I guess I don't really get why. I wear crossbody bags all the time, but that's because I need to be able to chase after my little kids and pick them up without my bag flopping around. When I have a crossbody bag on, it stays still while I do all of those things. So I choose those for practical reasons. They're not the most attractive to wear for an outfit always. I mean, sometimes, and they're casual. That's what they are. They're casual. So here, this is just horrible. Let me ask you this. Do you ever see women on the red carpet for the Oscars wearing a crossbody bag? No. No, you don't. You see them carrying a clutch because that is what you do for nice things. And I get she's at a daytime event here, but still, she's supposed to be looking professional. And she should have a level of formality to her outfits, given that she was representing the entire monarchy when she was out and about. Just saying. Another reason why this crossbody bag is also clashing is because of everything going on her outfit. So even in a casual setting, this would not be a good outfit to do a crossbody bag because there's a lot happening in the dress itself. So it just doesn't work to then add a crossbody bag on top of it. The bag itself, though, is actually not so bad. The blazer on its own is cute and fine. It's a great blazer, but the blazer on this outfit just draped over the shoulders is no good. No good at all. It's like this casual falling off sort of a look. And where are you supposed to look in this outfit? Where is she telling the eye to look? It has no focus. She probably realized that this dress was bad for the occasion at which she was meant to wear it and thought, oh, I'll just flap a blazer over my shoulders. It'll fix it. It didn't fix it. Next up, this was actually super early on in her engagements. I think it might have even been one of the first ones she went on. She went with Harry and the Queen to this like youth summit, I think is what this is from. And she kept trying to grab his hand at this event and he kept pulling away. This was really early on. He kept like clasping his hands like in normal behavior and she kept like trying to reach for him. And there was an article out about it, like that Harry refused to hold her hand at this event. And I bet that is where this clinging obsession of hand holding was born, that embarrassed her. And so she, you know, has been getting back at that day ever since. Anyway, putting all of that drama aside, it's just fun sometimes to know what was going on that day. This outfit was almost okay. Almost okay, but not. The belt flapping around again. Flappy belts. That's the theme of today's video, I guess. Flappy, floppy belts. It just looks bad. It's unpolished, and it's such an easy fix. There's no excuse. Got all the buttons, and it would look weird without the belt, but it would have looked better if it was just sewn as a peplum with a seam there, like a low seam there, and a little bit more of a peplum vibe at the bottom there, because she needs that little bit of balance for her shoulders. Especially this particular outfit is very shoulder accentuating because it's got these structured sleeves, which, you know, on its own isn't bad at all. It would have been okay if there was a bit more of a flare. Also, if it was just a little bit better fitting in the armpit area, it looks almost as if they just needed to shrink down the armholes for her and make the armpits a little bit less big. There's also this weird unnecessary panel on the side. I don't really like that particular look, especially for this occasion. I feel like in this one picture, you can almost see what it would look like if it was just a straight skirt, and it would look better. Okay. So this outfit has something I like and two things I hate. So the handbag is the worst part of it. I don't understand what's happening with this handbag. It literally looks like a handkerchief headband you would tie on your hair, tied on top of the handbag's handle. Satin-lined coat, that's bad for photographs. So her wearing it, again, just draped over the shoulders and open like that, I just don't like that. To me, that reads casual moment, you throw it over your shoulders to stay warm, not I'm out doing something important today. I'm gonna not put my coat on all the way. I don't know. The dress itself is actually fine. It has this bow off to the side, which is exactly what she needs for her body type. That little bit of asymmetry really, really helps to give her more of a waist. So that part of it was really good. And I don't mind the color of the dress either. I think her hair looks pretty in this picture. She's got some nice curls, maybe a fresh blowout going on. But yeah, the satin lining of the coat is just catch in the flash and just real intense. It's a bit much. Also, this outfit would have looked better with stockings or nylon on. It just would have looked more professional. In these types of PR facing jobs, you do want to look professional. You want to look like you have your stuff together. You just, I don't know. These types of choices don't say that to me. Trench dress she wore both before and after Archie. So you guys, I hunted down something she did rewear. And it's not the best dress, honestly. The collar is designed to be up and structured and have a life of its own, which is fine in some ways, but she's just got a little bit too short of a neck and not enough real estate for something that has that much of a collar going on. It makes it look like there's too much going on, or like you're a little turtle head poking out of the top of the collar. And I feel like that's less the case in this than it could be, because it does open a little bit, but it's still a bit much up on top here. I don't mind the width of the sleeves. I think that's actually really good for her with her wider shoulders, but the asymmetrical weird panel that's over here on one side of her chest is doing something strange to her bust. I don't know if this is just me or if you guys see it too, but it almost makes that side of her boob look flat. It makes it look like she has one flat one and one normal one. I feel like if this was on somebody who was taller or who had more pronounced bust, this would work. Like even if you were short, if you were super busty, this wouldn't be doing as much weird stuff to the eye, and it would pull the collar a little farther away from the chest, and it would just look better. This sort of a trench dress would work well on somebody who's very tall, because they would have the length to deal with all those buttons and the cut to the waist, to the torso, dividing up the torso. They would be able to deal with that and wear that well. Or even an hourglass figure who already has more of a waist would look fine in this. Next, we have one that's not actually too bad. The pants are not too slim, which is exactly what she should be wearing. She should not be wearing stuff that's super skin tight, because it will just enhance that V shape. It'll make her legs look even more thin than they are. So I really like and appreciate the fact that her pants are a good, tapered, nice fit. They are not skin tight or super thin. But it does look to be falling in the crotch a little bit. It looks like there's a lot of length left in the crotch, which would mean she didn't pull them up as high as they're meant to be pulled, which again puts us at this weird crossroads. Pants is correct. It's more mid-rise when you look at where it's hitting. It's not way up high by her boobs at empire waist or high-waisted. They're hitting her at the mid-rise point, which is correct for her. However, the pants were meant to be worn higher up, so then when she places the waistline where it should be, then she has this extra room in the crotch. So the solution would be to buy a different pair of pants. You know, let's try to cut a little slack where it's due. And the fact that the pants are not too tight means slack is deserved. I think this was for that magazine cover that she did really early on after marrying Harry or something of that nature, where there was some controversy with the pictures that she chose, like the women she chose to feature on the front. You guys tell me in the comments what you thought of that. Okay, so here we have an outfit that's actually quite good for her. The nude shoes have come up in the comments, and I wish to address it. Yes, nude shoes, nude heels especially, do elongate your leg. It does make your legs look a little longer, make you look a little taller, of course, yes. But Meghan doesn't actually need that in the majority of the outfits that she wears, because her legs themselves are already longer in proportion to her torso. So as you saw at the beginning in the style profile, you can see just how much longer her legs really are than her torso, which is fine. We all have a different degree of balance there. But that's why she should not gravitate towards nude shoes unless they're really needed for the outfit, because she doesn't need them for her legs. Here, I don't mind them too much. I think they're actually a really pretty, delicate, dainty looking heel. They make her feet look smaller, which is actually quite nice. So I think that they actually look nice here. The handbag is too big. That's the worst part of this outfit. That handbag is just too big. It's too ginormous. It looks like she's going to like a board meeting or something, but she's at an engagement. So she probably should have chosen something smaller in terms of the handbag. And it doesn't fully match the shoes either, so just a different choice there would have been nice. But you know, not everything's going to be perfect. I also do like her hair here. The side part is much more flattering on the majority of people. It just is, because sometimes asymmetry or things like that is just appealing and it draws the eye. And this, I think, looked better on her than the center parts that she was doing all of the time. I know that they're really on trend, or at least they have been really on trend over the last few years, but center parts just don't work for everybody. And the sleek bun is something that really looks nice on her, in my opinion. The color, I think, is nice of this outfit, and this outfit is actually designed really perfectly for an inverted triangle body type. Sleeves are longer here, kind of like mine today. They come down closer to the elbow, which is actually really nice for shortening the length of her arms some, which she needs because her arms are super duper long and super duper skinny. So having that plain long short sleeve is very, very good for her. That's perfect. And then there's no interest up here on the shoulders. It's just nice and sleek and smooth and simple and plain, which is very, very good. She needs that. It just allows that shoulder area to not look quite as wide and to not draw the attention. Instead, you're drawn to her face, which is perfect. And then for the outfit, The waistband is hitting exactly where it should for her. It's not up super high. It's right there at that mid-rise where she needs it. And then the pockets along the hip area there is actually perfect. It kind of gives a little bit more attention and a little bit more of a hip to her silhouette, which creates great balance. So I think this outfit was a win. Here we have another green outfit though, that was just a near win. It was not as good, mainly because of these armpits. They look so weird. I think she maybe got it fitted with a different bra than what she wore here on this day, because that would explain how we get this big poof right here in the pits. It's really unfortunate because otherwise the dress could have been really nice, but it's so distracting to look like you have some sort of a weird shelf in this like weird droopy umbrella is what it reminds me of, like a weird umbrella. You don't want that on your outfit. Also, she should have worn a smoothing garment. You know, you're being photographed on a day like this. You don't want your belly button on display for the history books, okay? That just, it shouldn't be showing through in a really classy dress like this. I think the length of this is very, very nice. And I very much like the seams on it too. I think they're all nice and good. The sleeve length, again, that longer sleeve is really helpful to help her arms look the best that they possibly can be. But you know, what is she holding here? Chipotle? Overall, I think that the dress and the silhouette are quite nice. It's just a matter of that belly button and the armpits, the fit. What was your favorite look today? What was your least favorite look today? That's what I really want to know. We have more major fails coming up on next Friday's fashion edition. You don't want to miss it, so be sure to subscribe and click the bell icon so that you can be one of the first there to tell me what you think of the outfits, because they will blow your mind. They are rough, I'm telling you. So I'm excited and happy to see you then, and I hope that you have a happy day ahead. Thank you so much for being here with me today, and I will see you next time. Bye!